Hey, it's Lance here from Sharp Lawn Care, and I am with my client Zach, and we are out on the lawn today just to talk about some of the progress that we've made. Zach's been a client of mine, for a little over 2 years now, basically.
So,
yeah. And wanted to take some time and talk about the roadmap to a sharp lawn. And you have a really great story of when we first talked and met, and how you kind of wanted instant results, and I had to talk to you about our roadmap and the progress and how that takes time.
Yeah.
Will you tell everyone kind of a little bit about our first interaction?
Yeah, so I moved in and I took some pictures of the yard. It was obviously not looking like this, and I sent them to Lance here, and he's like, yeah, your yard obviously does need some work. And I was the type of person, I want it in a year or 6 months. I want the yard, it's springtime. And I was like, well, can we get it done, this year? And he's like, well, let's just put you on the lawn care regimen, let's get you started and we'll go from there. And obviously in 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years, the yard's looked a lot better than it ever has.
Tell them a little bit about, before you called me, what kind of condition was the lawn in? What do you remember about that?
Oh, it was dead spots everywhere. It was patchy. I never had a yard, so when we bought the house, I'd like to take care of it. And Lance, I feel like, is the guy to get you started on it.
Right on. So I know when we spoke here a few weeks ago, you said something to me on the phone. I thought it was really fitting, really funny. And basically you said, hey, when I spoke to you first, I wanted these results right away, and I said, you're gonna have to trust me and be patient.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. And anybody who knows me, my patience are none, but obviously I trusted the process, and I feel like we've gotten some good results.
Great. Well, I know, so we talk about our roadmap to a sharp lawn, aeration every spring and every fall, a great fertilization weed control program throughout the season, doing overseeding in the fall every season until it's thick, and then after that, every 3 to 5 years to maintain. And then obviously I know you've been doing the mowing and the watering. A big portion of that is as of you as the homeowner, right? Because we can do everything that we can do, and if the mowing isn't done right or the watering's not done right, then we fight against each other.
I
right?
100% agree. Yeah, I don't know what the percentage would be there, whether it's 60-40, you
Sure.
versus the homeowner, but yeah, you still gotta water, you still gotta mow. I feel like what's that football coach always told you, I can put you in the spot, I can't play for you.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of your motto, you can set us up, but the homeowner you still got to do the job.
Right. Yeah, it's a partnership where we work together. When would you say, hey, I kind of looked outside and all of a sudden the difference was there? You were starting to see the difference from our work.
Well, I contacted you in the spring, and
that was 2021, I believe, if I recall.
Okay.
Yep.
And then obviously, it takes a little while.
Yeah.
So then that next spring, everything's turning green, you're watering when you're supposed to, you're mowing when you're supposed to, the height,
Yep.
that makes
And I remember that fall 21, we did our first overseeding for you as well.
I think so.
And I know that was a big portion. Talk a little bit about, the results. Did it happen right away? Did you see things till later?
Because that was in the fall of 21.
Fall of 21.
So it would have been the spring of 22 that, everything. Yeah, you're not going to see the results in the fall
Right.
of overseeding.
Right.
You got to wait, after winter, everything thaws out, and
Yep.
you put some water to the yard, and I feel like in the spring of 22 is when you really saw the
Start to
results.
see it. And a lot of people don't realize the grass that we plant is that turf type tall fescue, and it is a clumping grass. And so as it matures, it actually thickens. And so you see it over the course of that whole next season, especially even once you get into kind of mid-spring, mid-summer time frame, right in there, that grass really starts to take off and thicken up, and you start to see that.
Yeah, the yard's definitely the thickest it's ever been, I feel like.
Right, and you've been doing all the steps on the roadmap, and I think it's been paying off really, really well. I mean, I'm super happy. Anytime that I have a client that is I can tell that they're doing their steps, we're doing our steps, and it just comes together really beautifully. It's just a really great thing, and it's nice to see the results.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I get compliments all the time, random people walking by. Hey, the yard looks nice. I'm like, thank you. I take pride in it.
Yeah.
I need a big sharp lawn care. Yeah.
I remember I forget what I was doing, and I ran across your account as I was reviewing some accounts this spring, and I remembered, and I took a look at some pictures. I'm like, man, that's really looking good.
It's a good feeling to have.
Yeah.
And I've even showed some of my small group members, and they're like, they just bought a house in Sergeant Bluff, and they're like, holy cow, can we get that guy? I'm like, well, you sure can.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate your time. And
appreciate you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. And of course, if you need anything at all, you let me know.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Zach.